If you are not actually looking to create a visual report, so one with a chart and a pivot table, but just to export your data into Excel, perhaps because you'd like to do a bit more manipulation that you feel you're not able to do in Microsoft Project, or you may just want to send the task names across so you can map across a description. Whatever reason, we can actually export this data directly to Excel without the need for creating pivot tables and visual charts. In order to do that, we take the file we'd like to send across. So let's use the My Bedroom August Underway file and effectively carry out a save as, telling it where to go, so on your machine or on your SkyDrive. But when we get to the Save As dialog box, we change the Save As type. So we're going to change this to an Excel document. So XLSX here, Excel Workbook in 2010-2013 format because of the X on the end. I'm actually going to leave it with the same name. It's just got a different file extension, and then save. Now we're actually presented with the export wizard. It says that Project will help us out in exporting to our chosen format. So next, what is the format of the data you want to export? Selected data or the whole Project Excel template. Now, if I'd selected some of the tasks, we could have exported those, or we're going to export everything as a Project Excel template. Well, let's send everything out and see what happens. So let's finish. Now it's complaining about a filter. The filter Speech Smarts cannot be found because it doesn't exist. If you're exporting with a map, the export will continue. If you're trying to use a view, specify a different filter for the view. Well, I haven't got any filters in place, so let's say OK. The export goes ahead regardless. What I then need to do is go around to Excel and open the exported file. So open my computer, wherever I've stored that Excel file. Here it is, My Bedroom August Underway XLSX, and open. And we see that it's exported the task table, the resource table, and the assignment table. So those are all my tasks if I were to widen all the columns. And you can see it's just taken the table I was currently looking at. It's put the start, the finish, the predecessors, the outline, any notes I might have added in. The resource table is the same. Let's auto-fit those columns. So the name, the initials, the type of resource, and then any of the other columns I've used, so the material unit, the maximum units, and again the notes. And then the assignment table to show which resources have been assigned to which task. So this is an export from Project. There is no link to the project file, so it won't update if the project file changes. We've simply taken an export, a snapshot in time, to allow us to then potentially build anything we like, really. We can now use this data in Excel, perhaps to build a document file with further documentation that explains each task. The choice is down to yourselves. All that we've taken you through is the process of exporting that data into Excel for you to then make use of. Now, the alternative is to just highlight a number of tasks. So if we just highlighted tasks 2 to 8, we do the same thing. It's a save as, the location we want to go to, file format we want to use, and slightly different file name. Let's say filtered. Save. Again, we're presented with the export wizard. That's next. It's the selected data, so it's just the tasks I've got highlighted. Next, create a new map or use an existing map. If you've used this wizard before, you may have chosen to save your settings as a map. In addition to maps you may have saved, Project provides a variety of ready-made maps you may find useful. Choose New Map to create your data settings from scratch. Choose Use Existing Map to see the ready-made maps available to you. Well, let's use an existing map. Choose a map for your data. Default task information. Next. Select the types of project information you want. Well, it's just the task because that's all I've got highlighted. And do we want to export including headers? Yes, I do. Do you want to include the assignment rows? Not at this moment. I just want that task information. Next. This is what we will see in Excel. So that's the current project titles and that's the Excel column headings. That's ideal. Next. Congratulations, we've got to the end and you could save that map. Well, it's one of the default maps that already exists, so I don't need to save that. And then finish. And that will go ahead and do the export. We then need to go around to Excel and open that file. So it's in that same folder, and it's the filtered one. And we can see that this time we only get one sheet, which is the task data, chosen because of the map that we selected, which is the default task data. So you can output any of the project information to Excel for you to then do with really as you see fit or as you feel more appropriate.